Hello, divine creations, divine marvels, children of God. Thanks so much for dropping by. So, I made the mistake of not disabling comments on one of my videos. I don't know, maybe it was 3 or 4 weeks ago, and I got all sorts of more just absurd comments. And so I'd like to debunk one more of them, one more Neo-Advaita myth. So someone wrote, I do not see the situation as being as dire as you describe. The personal negative experience you refer to, yeah, like people committing suicide, people losing all interest in life, people becoming addicted to Muji videos. That's the negative experiences I'm talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. But again, the personal negative experience you refer to with Neo-Advaita seems a natural product of coming to understanding, not something to fear. Utter and complete nonsense. Utter and complete nonsense. Ramana Maharshi himself said that without one-pointedness of mind, practicing self-inquiry to end the ego is like trying to put out a fire with a wet noodle. Neo-Advaita will lead no one nowhere who isn't already qualified. And so this is one of the myths out there. This person is basically saying, okay, so Muji doesn't teach the preparatory practices for self-inquiry, but that's okay because people will just naturally evolve to the place where they're ready just by, watching Muji videos. Well, actually, Ramana Maharshi completely disagrees. He said self-inquiry is only for people who have no interest in this world anymore. That means if you're looking for happiness in the world, self-inquiry is not for you. I'm going to make a whole video on that one. That's a good one. Ramana Maharshi also said, only if the mind is predominantly sattvic, meaning if you have unresolved emotional issues, because okay, real quick, in yogic philosophy or in traditional Vedanta philosophy, the mind has 3 qualities, tamas, rajas, and sattva. And so the traditional path is purifying tamas, purifying rajas. That's funny. So that all you're left with is a sattvic mind. Self-inquiry. And so rajas and tamas, those qualities of mind, that's where emotional problems are. And if you don't purify those things and just go right to self-inquiry, you'll never get anywhere. And so this person completely misses the whole point. It's like, oh, well, if you just watch enough Muji videos, if you just do enough self-inquiry, that'll somehow prepare you to do self-inquiry. No. It doesn't work that way. Vedanta has thousands of years of history. And, Neo-Advaita, some people say it began with Papaji. And that I resonate with that. He might have not been the first, but he was certainly probably the most famous or the first to like bring Neo-Advaita to the masses. It's only been going on. Neo-Advaita has only been going on for I think Papaji was like in the 50s, 60s and 70s. So, Neo-Advaita, we're talking about 50 years here. Traditional Vedanta, of which Advaita Vedanta is just one school. I mean, Vedanta has been going on for thousands of years. It's a system. It's, Neo-Advaita reminds me of like trying to teach someone a language, but only teaching them 50 words. And then thinking that the person will actually be able to have a conversation or communicate effectively. Like, not going to happen. Like every now and then, like those 50 words will line up to where you're able to express what needs to be said. But primarily it's just going to leave you a dysfunctional human being. Like imagine moving to a foreign country where no one speaks your language and you only get 50 words. Like sure, every now and then it's going to flow. And the thing is, God, this one video I could make into 10 different videos. The thing is Neo-Advaita almost, because it's like a religion, it reinforces. So those moments where you're able to speak, and have a short conversation that flows, the person will be like, oh my gosh, this is working. And that's how it goes with Neo-Advaita. There's those moments of clarity and openness and spaciousness. And then the people are like, oh my God, this is working. This is true. When actually it's just a momentary experience that isn't going to last and has no ground, has no foundation. So there's true teachers and there's true teachings out there, friends. And any teacher that wants your money, your worship, your body, isn't one of them.